Hey, how's it going? This time around I'm going to be taking on the Great Titan God, and who I think deserves the title of being the last king of the walls, Eren Yeager, in his founding Attack Titan form. The moment he emerged from the sea and revealed himself to the Marleyans, they knew with what force he would return their hate, and I couldn't help but do my own take on it. So with that all said, let's jump on into it. So, unfortunately, I did not record the first part of my initial sketch. It was mostly just referencing the manga image, not tracing exactly, but pretty much getting the whole general shape. When it came to drawing the face, I really tried to keep that determined look he had in the manga, but also add a bit more rage in his eyes by lowering his brow just a bit, and I made his teeth slightly more pointed as well, just to really drive home that impression that his teeth are clenched tight, like locked tightly together. I also made his teeth curve slightly downward coming up to the end there, just to really make him look like he's scowling. I've been using the symmetry tool for the line art as well as the basic shading. Just saves a lot of time when you're dealing with bilateral symmetry. Something I really feel Mappa missed out on was the opportunity to really use the lighting of the eyes to their advantage. So for Eren's eyes here, I'm not going to be using the manga panel or the anime image, at least not from this scene. Instead, I'm going to be referencing the scene where Eren manipulates Grisha into killing the Rice family, and he has that super devious look on his face, because in that scene, Mappa just did the greatest job showing his determination and anger. I think doing it that way will allow his forward focus to come through a little bit better. So instead of lighting up the whole eye like they did in the anime, I'm just going to be applying some glow effects to the iris and leaving the pupil a little bit darker. And instead of using the bright green that Mappa used, I'm going to use a bit more of a turquoisey green instead. Since in the anime they usually use the turquoise color to indicate his berserk mode, or when he's uncompromisingly focused on his goals. For the background, I'm just going to be mimicking the dusky sky from the anime scene. Now that I've settled on what the background and environment's going to be, I can get around to putting on a little bit of extra shading that has the hues of the environment, as well as the direction of the light. And he needs a few extra fine dark shadows just to make him look extra spooky. And to finish up, I'm just going to add a little bit of steam coming out from between his teeth, just to make him look a little bit more imposing and dragon-like. And there you go. It's looking pretty good, I'd say. There's a few things that I really like about this picture. One is the muscle strands on his chin there. They just look really fibrous, which is what I was kind of going for. The area around the eyes turned out really well too. I think I was really able to capture the rippling structure of the muscle in his eye socket there. Just by putting a little bit of that turquoise light on the raised portions, it gave it a more three-dimensional feel, I think. Like the glow from his eyes is only hitting the higher parts. I really like the atmospheric quality of the background too, with all of the steam and rays of light coming through the ribcage. Which is a nice surprise because I wasn't really thinking too much about the background when I started his face. If I had one complaint about it, I'd say maybe he has a little bit of a handsome Squidward thing going on with his lips there. I think they're looking a bit small and puckery, I guess. To fix that, I would probably move the hair out of the way just a little bit, and maybe widen the mouth just a little bit more. But overall, I don't think it's too bad. If you want access to the finished image from this video, you can check it out at my DeviantArt that I'll link down below. And if you have any suggestions for characters I should do in the future, just feel free to leave them in the comments. And that's about it. I'll see you in the next one.